when we think about Dixit Bharat, like the title of this session is India at 100. And that's inspired by the recent book that Professor Krishnamurthy Subramanian, who is the Executive Director of International Monetary Fund and the former Chief Economic Advisor of the Government of India, has recently come out with. And in fact, his book really talks about these aspirations of India becoming a real economic powerhouse. 55 trillion, that $55 trillion is the estimate that he puts out in terms of how big the Indian economy will be in 2047, which is about 15 times what it was by last year's 3.5 trillion that he hinted at. So yes, all the stand coming in is going to really fuel that ambition. And from a policy standpoint, how are you seeing the aspirations of this younger generation coming in, being reflected in terms of policies that are being currently conceived and envisioned for a Dixit Bharat? Because it's going to be your generation of politicians who are in the 80s kids, the 90s kids generation of politicians are going to be a key pole position when it comes to India at 100. So how do you see you different policies leading up to that?
So one thing you have to understand, when we spoke, sir, I mentioned about something called unlocking human energy. And such a big country, you can't have 50-60% of the population not having certain needs at their disposal, a house or a toilet, or probably a stable income. So you'll be very surprised, the last 10 years, in India and Bharat alone, 250 million people came out of multi-dimensional poverty. It's 25 crore. So MBA is a very complex economic methodology of calculating, not necessarily the income that you do. It is measuring whether you have a toilet, you have a house, you have a bank account. So it measures the composite index of MBA and says, okay, 250 million, 25 crore, which is 3 times the population UK, 4 times the population UK, came out of poverty in the last 10 years alone. So that is the building base. So this many people have to come up. And this countries are great because a guy born in the Midlands, probably the Highlands of Scotland, should have equal opportunity to a guy who was born in London. That is what makes the Western democracy great. So the quality of school should be same everywhere. I go to a school in Scotland, the primary education should be equivalent, if not better, than probably an urban school. So that is why it doesn't matter where you are born, the country gives you equal opportunity to climb the ladder. Now in India, of course, it's a problem. A guy who's born in a mountain area, a guy who's born in a certain community, region of our country, probably they don't have the same headstart. So this, as a country, we are rectifying now. And India is rectifying because the human potential, wherever you want, the school should go. There is a rule, the primary school should be within 5 kilometers of the place you are born. And there are times when people have to walk. There are some elderly gentlemen sitting here, and they will say, no, I walk 10 kilometers to my school. I walk 15 kilometers to my school. My grandparents walked it. But this generation, you are trying to bring a primary school within 5 kilometers of their place of birth. A primary health center within 5. So the primary focus is on unlocking the human potential. Bring everything. Use technology to solve a social problem. Get the last mile problem corrected. Take roads. So this is one year disaster. So I can give you numbers at this point of time. The houses that is spent is 11 crore and 18 crore. Farmers, they get more like an insurance of certain money every year. These are all numbers they can give. So that is one side. The second side is creating infra. Technology cannot just evolve on its own. And a person who's flying in should have a good airport to fly. And you should have an ease of travel, immigration, just come out. You should have a good road to travel. The air pollution should be less. You should go do a business and get into the flight and go to the next city. Probably you should have a bullet train or a fast train or a Vande Bharat that is connected between 2 cities. That is the second part we are coming. That is building infra to use the human potential to grow. The first is unlocking the human potential. You create everything so that all 142 crore people's energy you use. The second part is you build an infra so that everybody's energy is channelized. I can't have professor's energy that side, Annamalai's energy this side, and probably his energy this side. On infra or probably a social capital creation will make sure the energy is directed towards one side. So last 10 years, the number of airports in India have doubled. In 2014 it was 73, now it is 151. Universities are literally doubled. The number of medical seats have doubled, which was 43,000, it is more than a lakh now. So one end, bullet train is on, which is getting constructed, more number of Vande Bharats. And every major city is getting metro trains, including Chennai, just got the metro train to extension. So what is happening, Professor, is very interestingly, this urban infra is becoming so big everywhere. And you are seeing this mass that is coming in. So all of the elements. Now coming to the third issue. I believe create a social capital. Give everybody a tool. You should not discriminate anybody. Everybody should have it. And that is the government's primary job. The second, once you have it, or parallelly, you create the urban infra. Third, parallelly, now you create the ecosystem for it. Now, this is the third part we're coming. The third part is more about if they start a company without harassment, without bribe, can they start a company in India? Yes, it's possible. It's doable now. Is there a market for it? Yes. India is the biggest market in the world. And third, is there a transaction that is governed by laws of the country? If we have invented something, is there intellectual property protection? Yes. If there is a dispute, can they go to the court and get resolved? Yes. If there is a dispute, can they go to the labor commission? Yes. And the third one is very important. America is great because in America there is a sense of fair balance. They say who you can be, what will be the color of your skin, you enter into US soil, and we make sure everybody the same rule of law applies. And in India, that is very important. A businessman should have a sense of balance. Post no, anybody can steal my secret, and I go to a court, the case will run for 15 years. And somebody stole my money, I go and file an FIR, which will take 7 years for the court to give me a judgment. Means we cannot motivate. Now, the third is the toughest one, Professor. The third one is creating institutions. Because it is erasing 17, 80 years of bad memory. And any of us, you ask anybody in this room, would they happily walk into an Indian court discussion? 90% will say no. And if you ask anybody here, would they happily get into an Indian public service center and come out? They say no. Now, this is a collective failure for the last 78 years. That is getting erased now. I'm very sure with a lot of confidence, the informal chief economic advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister is very clearly mentions $55 trillion is possible for the current 3.9 trillion. And to do that, you have to understand it's a leap of faith, Professor. This is the second interesting part I want to come. Because anybody sitting here, a simple mathematical person will know, India has to grow 12.5% from now till 2047 every year to achieve 55 trillion. No country in the human history has achieved it till now. China hasn't achieved it. Even the great Roman Empire did not achieve. No country in the world has grown 20 to 23 years, 12.5% every year to meet this target. But I think in India it is possible. If you ask me, it is possible because I told you this. The first 1 trillion took 61 years. The second 1 trillion took 7 years. The third 1 trillion took 3.5 years. The next 1 trillion is going to be 4 years. Because what happens once the base you are able to set it, then the growth is getting amplified and exponential. So I personally believe 28 years is the median age of population so young. Institutional structures are getting created, being the rule of law is there. And more importantly, there's a sense of development. For the last 8 years, India had 1 prime minister, UK had 6 prime ministers. I'm just giving you something to think about because there's a stability of government. So there's 1 prime minister, 1 party, there's a stable democracy, and there is a party majority government is there. So you can predict the policy. What Modi can predict, what Modi has said in 2014, the same thing is saying in 2024, growth and growth. In 2040, salvation path. He said in 2014, there's no change. In 2024, he's saying the same thing. So there's a stability. So we have seen 6 prime ministers over the last 10 years. Now, all this I'm very confident will push India into that growth trajectory. And to do that, a lot of hard work is required. Now we are coming to the tough part. How to do that? Now, a lot of innovation, a lot of patent filing. And this case, I have to come back, artificial intelligence, AGI, neuroscience, biotechnology, lot of things. Having said it, still great countries are there. US, I was reading the top 50, you take the artificial intelligence companies in the world, 32 are based only in San Francisco. So 32 of the top 50 world process doing AI, 32 are in San Francisco. US has got 41 in total. China has got 4, and some countries are scattered here and there. India doesn't have university one now. That's a challenge. As I said, you have to go where the future is. Yes, we need to have very serious approach to artificial intelligence. be one of the top 50. At the same time, India is doing very well in consumer sectors, in retail, telecom, technology, yes, B2C markets. So this is an area of concern where this kind of kids, when they come back, when they look at business potential and opportunity where they want to go in, I'm sure they will take a huge problem and so on. And so only an easy problem in India is easy problem. And anybody wants to come back tomorrow, start a shop in our country, and they want to do a business, that is no, because it's such a big population, you can still be a successful guy. But I hope and pray that people sitting inside this room, they will come to our country in 2 years after they finish their graduation course here and come back and say, okay, let me take a tough one. Give 20 years of my life to it. I will not worry what is going to happen to me tomorrow, day after, next month, next year. No. 20 years and these then what is you create a companies like Alphabet, you create companies like Tesla. Nobody has to be crazy enough to take a crazy idea and say, I'm going to give you the Mars, I'm going to give you a hundred car, I'm going to give you that. So I am more worried about these youngsters coming and not doing incremental things. They are going to talk about exponential things. So that is needed for the 55 million economy.